ne kura ne say Kylian Mbappe ebe ade additional quality to the already existing top quality players at Real Madrid up front. He is bringing in a winning mentality. He is bringing in top notch quality to Real Madrid. One more attacking machinery, no. But for any guarantee, say Kylian Mbappe bana war bano Real Madrid ebe to conquer Europe no for the next 10 years. And yen cre.
Na it's already teams now or team Ben ebe to compete.
Real Madrid edge Champions League in the 80s. Mm-hmm. It took them 30 years. Mm-hmm. 30 years to come and win it in 2002 against Bayern for Leverkusen.
As Zidane share goal.
As Zidane shares our goal. Within that period, Real Madrid assemble Galacticos. Real Madrid, they assembled Galacticos. Mm-hmm. And that Galacticos, then be say who say, what was their biggest achievement as Galacticos at Real Madrid? From 2002, Real Madrid they on the Chima, the 10th trophy. Mm-hmm. Can you tell me the number of years it took? It took them over 10 years for Real Madrid to come back and win the Champions League.
But Obibeka say, sa era no. Now we had other clubs and so on.
Other clubs are being.
Me see other clubs say Liverpool, the AC Milan, and we know no more quality players.
One know why more. The squad now Real Madrid are prepared to hold.
And I make sure I say at that time no. Na clubs be say AC Milan, Liverpool no more contenders for the UEFA.
That's what I'm telling you. Say, I said Real Madrid won this Champions League. You know, you're quite a call final. They went to final with other teams. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me say Man City any quality? Mm-hmm. Are you telling me say Bayern Munich any quality? Are you telling me say Inter Milan or call final last season? No, so Inter Milan team no quality ni mana? Or are you trying to tell me say the big gangs in Europe, Paris Saint-Germain, any the kind of investment of you know, they don't have quality. Generation bia any and quality are adding AP.
But make us say this particular generation.
Me say generation be any quality. Nobody can sit here and tell me say Dominic Szoboszlai, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, or Moko Real Madrid are Mobi. They won't get playing time. They will get to Real Madrid and they will play. The same way, those years from 2002 at Real Madrid, AJ Champions League, there were teams that players could have gotten opportunity to play for Real Madrid. But the truth of the matter is, now we have quality of players and Real Madrid assembled from 2002. The kind of players are now. Any new Motobeka ho, Ronaldo mo, Morientes mo, you make to ball Ruud van Nistelrooy, David Beckham mo. Which player didn't Real Madrid sign? Big player being in the way we are here. Not only Real Madrid. It got to a point. Fabio Cannavaro was the center back at Real Madrid, even the FIFA Ballon d'Or and the FIFA Best Player.
In 2006.
That is it. Okay. And all these players were at Real Madrid. Ask yourself, say, what was Real Madrid winning with these players? The best players in Madrid.
Okay.
But Madrid did not win anything within that period. Mm-hmm. And to football, no, sometimes you might have the best of players, but somebody might have the best of team and win.
Okay.
And of course, like I said earlier, Kylian Mbappe, with rich qualities. So we were Kylian Mbappe as a player. Any achievement in the French Liga after so movie here, every year, Monaco, Echo PSG. Now we are Juma Mbappe or PSG, becoming the all-time top scorer for the Parisian club. Any achievement, and even at the World Cup stage, any BBR, he is coming in at age 25 with rich experience, top qualities to augment what Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo Goyes, and other players are already doing. But, Bismarck, it is not guaranteed. Say, Real Madrid will start beating everybody. At a point, all the best players were in Paris.
PSG.
If you want to talk about a Marco Verratti, if you want to talk about Kylian Mbappe, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Edinson Cavani, Mauro Icardi, you can talk of a lot of Thiago Silva was there, Marquinhos was there. All these players, even at a point, Messi Kokan. Which attack and then can be match fluid when you have Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe playing together.
But Messi PSG.
That same Messi from PSG no DJ champion or DJ FIFA World Cup no. He won the best player at the World Cup. And what are you trying to tell me? He played 2 seasons. He plays 2 seasons. Ever French Royal League. Within that 2 seasons, he was able to carry Argentina to the World Cup and win it. He won the best player at the World Cup, the second top scorer behind Kylian Mbappe.
So are you saying Lionel Messi and the FC Barcelona the same
Messi that same period now woka say na Messi no onye the Messi aye no that same period Messi guided Argentina to the finals of the World Cup to win it.
I didn't know you are dream.
And he won the best player. And the best player.
Messi. Messi ball or ball FC Barcelona. PSG.
Bismarck, I'm telling you, say, football, age come. Yeah. What you were two years ago, and yet the same thing away. But when you have the quality, Tony Cruz, what is saying? Is he not playing?
Yeah.
But is it the same Tony Cruz that you won in 2007? Is it the same Tony Cruz that you won in 2014 World Cup final? Is it the same Tony Cruz? But he's still showing his quality. And when you are quality no matter what. Okay. Ronaldo cross Saudi Arabia. He's one the top scorer ever. Breaking the record, 35 goals in Akosho. And he breaking the number of goals he has in the Saudi league. So nobody can tell me say Ronaldo's qualities are not there. The qualities are there. He's getting the goals, winning matches for the team Al Nassr. And the Messi quality was never in doubt. He went there for 2 seasons. That same period, PSG we need a French already Ghana at the and say, oh Neymar, oh Messi, oh Kylian Mbappe leading your attack. Now, when to me achieve the ultimate, then you should tell yourself football. No, that is how it is. You can have all the best players, you cannot have the best team. And I feel that, say, if things are not managed well, all these stars could be at Madrid, but they could become the next Galactico of stars or Mentimianji trophies and from Real Madrid. They say near 2002 from there airban or mobile year, but the Real Madrid team way and they say apart from Kylian Mbappe, Obeka say or you're too huge a player. The rest of them are players.
Apart from
Kylian Mbappe, Ubeka said before joining Real Madrid, now or a household name. Mbappe is Mbappe. It is not Real Madrid that is going to make Mbappe. He's already made himself big. Your football enclave. He's a big boy, and already joining Real Madrid. But if you look at Rodrigo Goyes, he's making his name from nowhere. If you look at Vinicius Jr., right after the under-17 World Cup and Real Madrid is signing, and he had worked himself, built himself to be where he is at this moment. If you look at Tony Cruz, after a year the 2014 World Cup, Tony Cruz was not too big a player. Even though on the Bayern Munich at the Champions League 2013, I got the World Cup 2014. But now we raise our Bayern Munich, a squad, even the German squad now, their best player was not Tony Cruz. Eventually, he went there to make himself big. Again, so we look at Modric, every Tottenham Hotspur. He was not even the best midfielder in the Premier League. Say, top 10 midfielders in the Premier League. You wouldn't have mentioned Luka Modric. But he goes to Real Madrid, make himself big, and then become an icon or Honum. You look at the Real Madrid backline. Daniel Carvajal, any shout. Fernand Mendy, any shout. Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, and that of Nacho Fernandez. All these players are average players. But when they went to Real Madrid, they've been able to form a team.
What's Rudiger?
On your shout.
I don't know how can I say.
Oh, yep. Best man.
No.
About top 10 center backs in the world. You bring in Antonio Rudiger. Me say, time all joining Real Madrid, you bring in Antonio Rudiger.
And I said Chelsea, not the Chelsea. I did the UEFA Champions League.
Obi a Champions League. Victor Valdes, more JJ Bismarck. In analysis, forget about PSG squad and only more JJ trophies. Barcelona squad, only more JJ trophies. When you are mentioning them, will you mention every single player? But you mention Xavi, you mention Iniesta, you mention Messi. But you forgot to say there were other players on the Champions League. And I say the 30 players in a clubs on the register. No, they are always the face. There are faces of teams.
You go to a time now, but Chelsea defense now Antonio Rudiger.
Me say Bismarck.
Because your average,
average player.
Because the Premier League,
Antonio Rudiger is an average player. I don't want us to have this conversation. He's an average defender.
Average player.
Yes, I say. They are not Real Madrid team no. Apart from Mbappe, I will make us Mbappe anya a bigger shout. When you a conversation to the extent to say, even the FIFA Ballon d'Or at a point has been mentioned. Say Mbappe a player bet me winning the FIFA Ballon d'Or. It makes him a bigger player joining Real Madrid than when Rodrigo, Vinicius, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and even all the backline ever. I don't know anymore about the Champions League. Kamavinga the Champions League in it twice.
It's because of winning FIFA World Cup.
It is because
Mbappe.
No, it is because Mbappe had been nominated for the FIFA Ballon d'Or. Mbappe has won consecutively, so 4 times top scorer of France. Mbappe had gone to the World Cup and he has won it. Mbappe has played in 2 finals of the FIFA World Cup and he's won the top scorer of the World Cup. He is big. At age 25, Mbappe is big joining Real Madrid. So we should players now walk out to Omuna. Carlo Ancelotti, when you see superstars and build a team, he used average players to build a super team. And the Real Madrid team, no, average players, and Ancelotti come boom, and we develop a super team. Because 2 years ago, you wouldn't have spoken about Vinicius Junior. It's not about what. Would you have spoken about Vinicius Junior today to send a
No.
How about Rodrigo Goes? Nacho Fernandez, remember nobody defenders how can
no, you be more.
That is it.
Not or started from
the truth of the matter is, Carlo Ancelotti have built a machine. He has already built an institution. Real Madrid players, no matter an institution. Whoever comes in comes to add up to the quality of
work. Make catch say for the next 10 years, Kylian Mbappe abeka 100 years.
And UEFA Champions League. And mama answer say, enye guaranteed. See, I can't say guaranteed. It does not mean say entimi see, but untimi shall ten say sa na ebe kono. Ebe timi ana entimi, but it is not guaranteed. Say. Because Mbappe is coming into Real Madrid, even without Mbappe, they are conquering. They are beating teams. That is what I'm saying. So it is not guaranteed in the next 10 years, Real Madrid will be the only team dominating Europe. But just even without Mbappe, the last 10 Champions League, Yabono, Amankwah 6.
Yeah.
Without Mbappe. So Mbappe are the extra qualities to the Real Madrid setup. And of course, they might always be the favorite when they are going to any European competition because of Womo Park's experience, the records, the tradition, and in your build their momo. But the crane say it is not guaranteed because a football. We have seen a Real Madrid no team no way bigger, way better. Players from one big. Players from one achievers from various clubs and omo assembly here, omo called trophyless. They did not win anything in Europe for 10 years. And it does not necessarily mean say Mbappe bano o metima beje. The only thing a year advantage to Madrid ne say Carlo Ancelotti are building a team without Kylian Mbappe. Now Mbappe is coming in to add up any quality no. So they could be winning. But me to me taking my neck out to say year in year out Real Madrid and the Champions League. There might be surprises. Other teams could also be building. I don't think that Man City better now say on top players behind the players in court we are not able. They will look at their deficiencies and develop it. Teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, they are on the process. We saw their performance. They're on the process. Of course, Sergeant Ratcliffe, Manchester United, they will be looking at other positions to strengthen. And then you look at Inter Milan and other teams. They will also be looking at their quality. Bayern Munich, they will definitely sign players this season. They will top up. They will add up. And the Champions League, of course, mistakes will happen. Setbacks will happen. Then other teams can capitalize. But Mbappe, what he brings on board, and it's so huge to the extent, say, Real Madrid already functioning at machinery, another lethal forwarder. Remember, said this season, Carlo Ancelotti, majority of the game, either Vinicius Junior as the force number 9, Rodrigo as force number 9, or Jude Bellingham. Anytime you are person or changing the system, now on the wholesale Ababebo, no Babenya an arrowhead. But now he's bringing in an Mbappe, even though he functions more on the left side of a attack. But with the performance of Vinicius Junior, the mobility of Rodrigo Goyes and Kylian Mbappe, it will give him a 3-dimension of attackers up front. And Mbappe Real Madrid. It's very difficult when you are playing against Real Madrid. Who are you marking? Or marking Rodrigo, or marking Vinicius, and or marking Kylian Mbappe. It is Carlo Ancelotti who needs to deduce a strategy, a system able to fit all these players. They are going to be a top machine, but any guaranteed say.
3 players. Also Vinicius. Kylian Mbappe.
Yeah,
Rodrigo.
of course.
Jude Bellingham
will play in the midfield. Jude Bellingham will play in the midfield. There will be no Toni Kroos. Camavinga, Valverde, and of course Jude Bellingham are going to be those players. And of course, that defensive midfield role, say if Abraham Eddie Aurelien Tchouameni available, say he's a direct player. Remember, say Luka Modric is not going to be an ever-present Real Madrid setup no more. And he's going to add up to the senior qualities in the squad. And for me, already Real Madrid midfield had been sorted with Eduardo Camavinga, with Federico Valverde, and that of Abraham Jude Bellingham. Like I said, even this season, so Real Madrid they played Jude Bellingham as a force number 9 in most of the cases. When they have to play Toni Kroos, Eduardo Camavinga, and then Federico Valverde. Now there's no Toni Kroos. And Toni Kroos rule, Camavinga timebo, Tchouameni etumebo. So now Bellingham is coming back to play in the 4-3-3 diamond. So it means that there will be 2 pivot. Then Jude Bellingham, the wings, and I said the up front, Vinicius, Mbappe, and that of Rodrigo. Even with Rodrigo Goyes, it is likely say about relinquishing the position at a point and will game some more. And so for me, it is Carlo Ancelotti who is going to make those selections. But I feel that Real Madrid have got a team for the future. So we were age categories of these players. Now we were the kind of football or mobile now. I feel no mobile drew a peak. Vinicius Junior is 23 years. Your peak period is from 24 up to 27 years. So now I feel the real matured Vinicius Junior.
And you can see the UEFA Champions League for the next 10 years. We
want to mean Jamo.
What's your fan now? 24, 25, 23, 22.
I don't know why we are doing this back and forth. My catcher say, Real Madrid a galacticos of stars.
Me know you are dreaming.
I meant to me and you be here.
No can Matthias here, but we no can say a faina Madrid team no. On bedroom peak.
And they are coming to their peak, but that doesn't mean players never mu peak. But that doesn't mean say Real Madrid the funny ball mu peak no. Inter intimate by the peak, and Chelsea intimate by the peak, and I say Barcelona intimate by the peak. A system. If these players grow, other players like Gavi, Pedri, Kubasi, and other players would also grow. The same way Phil Foden is growing, Julian Alvarez would also grow, and other players at Manchester City, but other several no idea. We must call it in So, your football, you're full of uncertainties. You might have all the best players in the world, but you will not win anything. And Real Madrid actually be. It's Mbappe Bana Obano. Of course, he's coming in with rich experience. He's coming in with top qualities, but any guaranteed. Say, Abraham Bana Obano, Chianchi, Real Madrid, in Europe.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,